the Luka and AD trade happened.
We were playing Cleveland, and I see him calling, and I'm like, he doesn't call off.
That's not.
I answer, I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like, I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, is this true? I was like, are you, like, what? And so, I won't even go that far after that, but he told me the breakdown of whatever he saw.
Funny thing, TJ, obviously just, he's a bit of a clown always, especially, I don't want to say he doesn't care or anything, but how relaxed he is in terms of just as a person. Yeah. Lewis and Han always cracking jokes. Han was saying the few words he just knows in English. I think I probably heard Lakers in 4 more than anything this year. I had to do something. And
Ever tried it?
Yeah. No?
But have you smelled it?
Oh, I smelled it. Yeah. I smelled it. I know where it can be found when I walk by. To be fair, I would try it, but we just
I don't think anyone
we just haven't been
family.
sitting we haven't eaten at a place that was what they were making at the time, and we didn't order it. But
I don't think any of us would want to go out of our way to.
So we should have brought it here today.
Pretty much. Like, if you had brought it here, I would be obligated to try. You guys have a busy day. You said how busy you were earlier. Like, I don't know.
We can do it now.
所以我刚听完，我觉得最有趣的是 Water 这个暑假回去，应该会变得蛮难养。
Yeah, so what Weber thinks that after this entire year in Taiwan, this entire season, so this summer when you go back to San Francisco or you just back to the States, it'll be hard for you to find something to eat, huh?
胃口被养大。
I would say yeah, it's definitely gonna be harder to like the 7.
It's because it took you like 9-10 months, and you probably got used to the taste in Taiwan.
Oh, I mean, when I go back home, I'll have my spots to go to and all that.
So that's not gonna change.
I don't think it would be. Yeah, I'll be able to convert to eating when I'm back. Okay. But the only thing
you can switch the mode, right?
A little bit, yeah. But I think the biggest thing is probably the convenience of like 7-Eleven and Family Mart.
Yeah,
I think, and especially how cheap everything is. Just because, like, I think the biggest thing. Like back home, I usually would eat like 2 to 3 full meals, and then if I'm snacking in between, like, sometimes it's just whatever I have at home or something like that. But here, I'll maybe only have like 1 or 2 meals, and then in between, I can go to like 7-Eleven and get like one of the sandwiches or something like that. So and that can hold me over for like a couple hours. So then like I'm able to eat a little bit less in a good way, and like. Also just not have to spend as much money. I think because sometimes, if I'm too lazy, if I don't want to go out to a restaurant and all that and like have a full dinner, I can just go grab 2 or 3 things from 7-Eleven and be like, $6-7 total. And that'd be good enough for dinner. Instead, back home, I'm like, I have to go get something like a full meal. Drive somewhere that's going to take me time as well as probably cost me double at least, something like that. So I think that's the one thing I'll definitely miss while I'm back in the States, and the convenience of the 7-Eleven and all that.
And because in Taiwan, basically, you can do anything.
Yeah.
In convenience stores, you can pay your bills. You can do whatever. You can
grab a coffee or
you can book train tickets. You can pay for your gas, pay for your.
That's where you can get stuff shipped there too, right?
Yeah.
Like that's where you pick up packages.
If you order something online, you can ship it to the 7-Eleven downstairs, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna do that with the luggage, I think, in Tokyo. We're gonna do that. Like they said, you can do that through 7-Eleven. It's like you can ship your luggage from hotel to places.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I didn't.
Wow. Even luggage as well.
Yeah, the luggage one was.
I think that might be a Japan specific.
No,
thing.
it is. That's what I'm saying. Right. But like 7-Eleven, in terms of like that's like the States. It's not like that at 7-Elevens. At all.
7-Elevens are like rare. I mean, not rare, but
they're not the quality here.
Okay. Like, it's just snacks, drinks, and then
gas.
Sometimes. Yeah, mainly gas.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And there's nowhere to sit.
I think like having places to sit in like convenience stores in Taiwan is like things that started these few years. Because back in the days when I was little, there was only like racks of snacks and drinks. You can do the same thing, but just without seats.
Okay.
All right. Next one. Next question. All right, so let's go back to basketball now. So on the court, our team is known as like a defense first team. So you said you realized that you need to be be more of a defensive asset to the team. So how has your game had to adapt compared to what you did during college?
I think the biggest thing is like on-ball pressure. That's definitely obviously we've been harping on
every
for
time.
every day. Where I think because college, I would say the biggest difference is in college they don't pick up like full 94 feet as a norm all the time. I would at least at the Division III level, like they pick you up, but you're not actually getting real pressure. It's more of just we're gonna walk down the court together just to fake slow it down. But I think and my biggest thing for defense in college was I think I led my team in steals, or if I was at least second, but I was better as an off ball or a help defender. Like a lot of my steals were off of other people's drives and being able to pick and choose when to help and steal the ball from them rather than
or just cut off a pass.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than stealing just on the ball. Yeah. And especially with the pressure, I think just getting better with that. I feel like I got better towards the end of the season and as the season went on. But just being able to add that to my game rather than just the off ball and help defense. I think I'm strong in the being in help and knowing where I should be off the ball to read the other team's offense. But just definitely the on ball pressure is where I need to get better or have been.
So, follow-up question. So, during practice, like daily practices, who on the team like maybe pushed you the most, or maybe taught you the most, or maybe gave you the most problems?
Probably Jackie.
Yeah, I think you were telling me the wrong things to do in practice a lot.
Our coach speaks English. You speak English. So that makes me useless between you two. So that's not me.
Yeah, okay. I think definitely the guards. I think Kangaroo and Weihan, just having to go up against them every rep has always been, it's been a challenge with Kangaroo and Weihao, them being a little bit more active on the defensive and like pressure side. Gotten to be, I've had to be able to handle the ball or challenge me to handle the ball better, be able to run offense while dealing with that. And then with Weihan having to guard him and seeing how well he moves and just how well he handles all the pressure as well. Yeah. I think because, size-wise, not very different. I think I might even be a little bit bigger than him. I don't know. But just he's done this for, years. So he's comfortable doing and he knows what he wants to do, where he wants to get on the court and who he wants to get the ball to. So just being able to stick with him defensively, make sure he doesn't score while trying to affect where he wants to go on the court or who he wants to get the ball to has been a bit of a challenge, but something I think it's been good for me just to be able to go through that experience, in the first year.
Okay. Any fun stories? Did you share?
In terms of them.
Can I ask a question? What was your welcome to like the league moment?
Good one.
Okay.
I would say, probably the preseason game I would say the preseason game in Kaohsiung.
Pingdong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like playing Dreamers, I think was
Yeah.
Number,
first game.
Yeah, first game. What's
11?
11, yeah. 11. I think is when I checked in, he had just checked in, or maybe he was already playing, but I think that he gave me like 2 quick buckets. Like one was like I think it was both off pick and rolls, but one of them he got to the free throw line, was able to hit a shot. Second one,
signature move of him.
Yeah, and then the second one we were trying to ice the side on ball. And I iced it, but I didn't stick close enough to him, so he kind of just stepped into a 3, and so he got his rhythm going.
Okay.
And that, along with that game, just kind of like I didn't do well. So I think just realizing the defensive pressure, how they play out, how you guys play out here, and all that. That's probably it. I mean, other than that, didn't have many other moments to go off of. So
Okay.
yeah.
How about a funny story with teammates? Here.
Too many.
Yeah,
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every moment.
I think every day seeing. Let's see. That was a funny thing. TJ obviously just he's a bit of a clown always, especially
Yeah. Clown.
Clown.
TJ clown.
yeah, he's because just how I don't want to say he doesn't care or anything, but how relaxed he is in terms of just as a person.
Yeah.
And it's just funny seeing how his personality. Lewis and Han always cracking jokes because we go the locker room.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before practice, after weights, and in between all those times, it's Han saying the few words he just knows in English, and Lewis. Yeah, exactly. I think,
Hey, what up?
I think I probably heard Lakers in 4 more than anything this year. But yeah, then Lewis just always, we always, because I would take the car ride with him from the gym. Yeah, so talking with him in the car to always be cracking jokes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Who will be the funniest guy?
The funniest guy, it's got to be between Han and it probably is Han. It's Han. I think he's always in the same way like TJ kind of like they don't seem like they're ever actually mad about anything, or at least maybe when they talk to me, it's they can't communicate as well with their what they're feeling. But Han's just always
hype.
Yeah, always hype. Whether he's being yelled at or whether he's being praised, it's the same reactions from him. Just always smiling and going. He's going hard, but just doing what he wants in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about discuss your relationship with Bashi, because basically I think guys on the team can tell. Basically you're stick with them all the time. No matter from the weight room to the practice gym, and even on road trips, game days.
I think it's just, boils down to one out of the locals, he speaks the best English.
Yeah.
So it's easiest to communicate with him. But two, just we have a lot of the same interests. I think.
Fashion.
Just being into.
You're a fashion guy.
Hey. Just being into some stuff like that. Him with his parts of his family in the U.S. and he goes to the U.S. In the summer and stuff like that. Other things to talk about that I think just other local players unfortunately not able to talk about, and just kind of similar vibe for lack of a better word. I think we're both on the more calm, chill in our free time. We're down to go somewhere, but not always, want to be rowdy or going out like that.
Yeah.
So just being in a more chill environment where we can relax and just have a good time. And he's being able, both easy to talk to, and like I said, compared to the locals, it's tough to talk with all them past. A couple words or a couple of sentences.
You guys gotta be there the whole time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, makes sense. But yeah.
Also, you guys lockers
Next to each other.
Next to.
There's only 4 seats in there, so I think there's just more of a happened to be a situation, or just the way it happened. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about in the home gym.
Yeah, home gym.
Oh, the home gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just chose the corner because I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't want to be in the other. I think some other people chose the
middle.
The middle, and then the imports kind of chose that corner. And then I think
Dinga middle.
Yeah, but the cross that Kangaroo, Yashin, TJ, Weihao. I think they had some of those lockers already, from the last year.
For 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
So then it kind of that corner close to the training table was also because it had to be a training table a little bit throughout the year, so it just happened to be that way. I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about the sister and brother relationship, kind of. 'Cause since you're like on the coaching side more, and Walter's on the player side more, so do you guys like maybe starting from college or even until now, do you guys like talk about games, like maybe Legends game or maybe like DA's game?
Yeah, we talked a little bit. I will say the time zone kind of messes up our ability to communicate consistently. But like he throughout this past season, definitely like ask questions, and then when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I'll answer them. Like we talked about being a point guard, and like we had a player on our team with the Legends and the Mavs who is a really, really high level point guard, and he earned himself an opportunity to be on the NBA roster as a contract player, right? And he started as a two-way, and had a historic college experience. So like Walter did ask about, what stands out about him and stuff. So for me, just sharing like what I can see and just how we teach point guards and like what the reads are. And I know sometimes I'm kind of hesitant to say specifically like, oh, you should do this, because like I know the Taiwanese game, like the game is different in terms of like what you guys might be looking for and versus what the NBA looks for versus what the G League looks for. So I just kind of keep it general for him, where I think we kind of spent more time talking this year about like just his professional habits and just I think that's something I learned a lot over the last few years, is just like you can't always control things. Right, and as a player, you don't control, your playing time, your situation, and where you are on the roster, right? So, how do you capitalize on it? I've given him some feedback of like players I've watched that went from a lot of minutes to no minutes, or vice versa, no minutes, and then they get thrown in the game. How did they stay ready for those moments? Because you guys see it like. No player just randomly becomes ready. They've stayed ready the whole time. And then the fans get to see them be successful and think, oh, wow, this is the first time. Meanwhile, you guys know how hard they all have to work, right? Unseen hours, for sure. So I think we specifically talk more about his pro habits and just like being ready and how he has to, take care of his body and take care of himself so that, It's a saying in the United States, but like your best ability is your availability.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So like can't even play if you're not healthy. So like that was I think what we spent the most time talking about is just that.
Warner did pretty good this season, I think.
So has he ever sent you like a clip of him on a court? Maybe did something in his way, and maybe you think that he has like a better option.
We talked about it recently. It was our dad that sent the video, because my dad, my grandma, my mom, they'll stay, especially with the time zone I'm in. I'm 2 hours ahead of San Francisco, so like during my season, I couldn't watch all of the times that you guys played just because I had a game too. Or like I'd be sleeping to prepare for a game, but like my parents will, when he had opportunities, they would put in our group chat. So I watched it, and I think we talked about it the other week. Was just understanding like his reads, and he already knew what it was like when I said something, and we kind of were on the same page of that. And we've talked about like what now we see, how the first year went. You go from here and you just reevaluate. Okay, how does he want to prepare for the next season and that opportunity, right? Now that he knows what he knows, you don't know what you don't know when you come into the league, right? You got to learn that as any rookie does. So I think that's kind of what the conversation is like. Now that we know what rookie year looks like, move into the next season and how he can start growing from there.
So has he ever pointed out something maybe from his own game, or maybe he was watching maybe a Mavs game or a Legends game that changed your kind of like maybe perspectives towards the game?
Towards the game?
Or maybe towards that sort of play?
I think it helps to just go back and forth with him about what he sees as a point guard and obviously what I see as a coach. And we kind of just give each other different perspectives. Like he sees it as a player, so he's thinking, oh, I was trying to help him do this. Or I didn't see the defender do this. And I'm thinking, oh, well, these are the so it's not really like we're arguing. It's just oh, this is what I see, this is what he sees, and I learned how as a point guard. Or I tell him, oh, this is something we try to teach. Like instead of reading this player. You actually want to read this player. The next level of
different aspects.
And I think like there wasn't a lot of stuff I could send her about my game that maybe for the season that she could, that she could say maybe changed her perspective on anything. But I think like the earlier in the season when we were talking about, I was asking her about a certain player on the Legends that, was doing well. I think I was asking what about him, or how is he able to get so many assists from in his game, because he's a similar smaller point guard. And so I think originally when she tried to answer it, off the top of my head, I don't remember the exact answer you gave me, but then I think a week or two later she was able to watch more film on him, as well as just they had more games, and then came back saying, I think what I realize now is that he kind of just knows where everyone's supposed to be. So in that case, knowing, obviously as a point guard that's your job, but to know your offense in total, know where everyone's supposed to be, which helps him to know where, if this isn't open, then that means that's open, something like that. So we're not saying she didn't already know that, or necessarily change the way she looks at it, but something like that. I think it's just stuff we talked about briefly throughout the season, and helped me a little bit just think about what do I need to know in order to do better during practice and games, stuff like that.
Okay. I want to know one question, because you guys all both grew up when at San Francisco, right? So which NBA teams you two support? And now you guys are turning to Mavs fans or not?
Well, I think I would assume for both of us, it's always Warriors at the heart of everything.
Okay.
I think because we both, before she was working in the NBA, and then when we were both growing up, that dynasty was, that means everything to us as Bay Area natives. But now it's, given that she's worked with the Mavs and Legends, Dallas is another team that we will, as a family, support, watch more games of. I personally, I've grown to like Spurs a lot more recently. I think, with given I worked with them for Summer League for a little bit, but I think those are probably, for me, those are the three teams I kind of try to keep track of throughout the year. For her, I mean, it might be, I don't know if you want to answer different. I think you have a
deeper connection.
Yeah.
No, I think what he said is pretty much the same for me. I mean, growing up in the Bay Area, the Warriors, especially, I like to say we were for our age, but OG, fans, but when they used to play in Oakland at Oracle. And when they were really bad. So when they weren't good, it was also when we were fans. And that was, for me, that's one of my favorite moments growing up, was I talk about
the process.
Just being able to experience games as that type of fan. It's a lot
the We
different.
Believe era.
The We Believe era for us. I mean, they were good in that era, but it was just there were times and seasons where they were not good, and they were, they were considered a team that you're just when another team comes in, you're actually only watching the other team. But that's never how I felt about the Warriors. I think the Warriors, the fan base just from Oakland is a lot different than the fan base in San Francisco. They have their pros and cons to it, but I think for me, growing up with him and my family, getting to play watch Oracle games was really cool. And then for me to work in the NBA and then get to go on trips where we were playing in Chase Center, I was
wow.
Yeah, it's just different experiences for me as being a Bay Area person.
Because I know Weber is a bandwagon Golden State fan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he started watching when Golden State started win games.
No. I started watching Curry for the first year.
Yeah, it was a little rocky the first couple of years.
No. The first time went into playoff.
So you really are a bandwagon fan.
Lose Nuggets, I think.
Yeah.
They lost to the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Nah, just messing with you.
Probably.
I don't really know about Golden State at all.
I think it will say though, it's not anyone's it makes sense why that's when you kind of picked up on the Warriors as a team, is just obviously the way and the style of play that basketball era opened up. So like, yeah, naturally, like that opened up a new way of watching sports. And I think over time, the NBA has definitely improved its global impact. So like what you're talking about is probably around the same time that it really was starting to hit Asia in a different way. And then, you know, all the shoe brands are now also creating bigger openings to where you're fan of a player because his shoe brand is a Asian shoe brand now. So they make tours out here. I think that's also been super important to connect the game globally. But yeah, I would say growing up, definitely Warriors and basketball.
Spurs.
Yeah. I actually do think the Spurs too. It's cool for me because they've trailblazed in a lot of ways, right? They hired Becky Hammon as the first front bench assistant coach, on top of just their system and like proving like system structure. And then different eras too. Like even this era is different. Wembanyama's era is different than what Tim Duncan, Ginobili, you know, all those guys are doing. So, you know, Coach Pop. So all that stuff. It's always been really cool to see, and now trying to learn from it in different ways is really cool.
Who's your goat? Who's your goat?
My goat?
Yeah.
Jordan.
Wow.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's yours?
I don't have one. I have too much respect for how hard it is to be any of their levels. So for me, I don't have one because I didn't grow up in the era of Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was a child, I was a baby when he
was playing.
Yeah, at his peak. So technically speaking, I have to say it would have to be LeBron because that's the era I grew up in. But that's not necessarily like, does that make sense? So like for me, I have too much respect, and like Curry, like we don't talk about like how people don't define him as a GOAT, but it's like why isn't that in the conversation? Just because he individually did not
he's waiting for water.
Physically dominant. But yeah, I just think there's too many hardworking players that I don't feel like I need to choose one over the other. I think there's eras of GOATs. So that's why I don't think it matters. I think it's your era. If you dominated, like
you're the
kudos
GOAT,
to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
We want to know, where were you when the Luka and AD trade happened?
I was on the road with the team.
With the
I found out from him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, because we're talking, you know, at a gym, at a practice time.
No. I found he was in San Francisco.
Wait, we're talking about when Luka got traded?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on the road with the
like
team.
2 years ago, right?
Yeah, this is 2 years
He
ago.
wasn't here.
Yeah, it wasn't
He wasn't
here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found out from my brother. I didn't know.
Okay.
So were you with the Mavs?
Yeah, so we were on the road, and the time is like weird. It just happened to be that I think it was a Friday night or a Saturday night. We were playing Cleveland, and we had for the first time in a while, like an afternoon game. So we had a 12 p.m. game.
Oh, okay.
So usually, like, that's not common. So it was a Sunday 12 p.m. game. So everyone's going to bed early, right? You know, you have to be up. The first bus is going to be at like 7 in the morning, which is, you know, whatever. So I turn off all the lights in my phone. I charge my phone in the other room, or the other, like, across the room. So I plug my phone in, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to sleep, you know, and then that's how I wake myself up. But I got to get up and go across the room.
Yeah, okay.
I get a phone call. Okay. So I hear my phone ring, and I get up to look just to see if it was work. I wasn't sure. And I see him calling, and I'm like, he doesn't call off.
That's not gonna be important.
No. So like he doesn't call often. So I'm like, oh, like if he is calling me, I answer. I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, is this true? I was like, are you like what? And so I won't even go that far after that. But he told me the breakdown of whatever he saw. And I will say if I never pick up his call, I find out in the morning and I have a normal sleep. I did not sleep the rest. Like I did not have a normal evening after that. So yeah, but I would say Walter's the one who. Walter told me.
So I
was with the team, and then I was like,
"Is that true?"
Is that true?
Yeah, that's what he said. And then he was like with his friends, and they're like they were outside at dinner or something. So I could hear them like kind of going back and forth, and he's dropping different names. I'm like, who? Like what? Who for what? And then he said this stuff, and I was like, I have no idea.
I was out with some friends, and I think we were playing pool somewhere, and on the TV, I think it popped up, and one of my friends he's like a big LeBron fan, so like he always keeps up with everything. I think, and somehow he got a text from one of his friends through like Twitter or something like that. Yeah, whenever it like leaked, and so he told me asking if that was true. Then I obviously went to try to see if it was her, and then something like that. But yeah.
So was Luka with the team at that time on the road to Cleveland?
He was hurt at the time, so no.
Like he was at home or somewhere.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I remember when that happened, it was because we were at practice. I think it was
warming up.
Yeah, before practice, the team was warming up, and I just came out of the toilet, and Weber was like talking to some of the locals saying some shit happened. And I was like, and I said, there's no way this is gonna happen. But I saw, and after that he told no. Shams said this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. So it's probably true.
No.
And then everything like the social media blew up and everything.
Yeah. 最后，青哥要不要分享一下你对 Water 这一整季跟他之后的发展，你有什么样的
？Ching trying to say something about you。
我就是觉得他我觉得他是有很好球员的特质，就是不管他有没有上场，他一直随时都在准备好，不管是练习或者是练完习后跟巴西一起练，或者是在训练中，他也会主动的，有时候是问我，有时候是问别人说，这个东西是什么一些 detail 怎么去做，所以我觉得他是一个心态非常好，而且一直在求进步的一个球员，尤其在他今年第一个球季。上场时间还没有那么多的时候，他还能保持这样的态度，我也觉得非常敬佩他。然后我也觉得这是一个非常好的心态，希望他可以继续维持。
我觉得我在沃特身上看到的是后卫很难得的有攻击性的这一点。
Because me and Weber thinks that it's rare to see like a guard like Walter to have that kind of like aggressiveness, like on the offensive end.
对，就是我觉得这是在台湾篮球比较少看到，就是控球后卫有。
Because probably in Taiwan we don't see this kind of point guards that much, like to have that aggressiveness all the time.
When you say aggressiveness, you mean in terms of what,
like on offense?
Offense
to want to score or to like get to the rim, like or to be like
I don't know, probably shooting or
because
侵略性的那种那个是一个意图的一个他的一个侵略性。
Like the intention to always have attacking in mind.
Oh, not just I bring it up and I get it.
Not just passing.
In Taiwan, I think a lot of our point guards they're taught to distribute the ball more, to move the ball.
Probably always passing first.
Yeah. Instead of like if you have the chance, you gotta attack.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, because you have to be the first threat. Otherwise, no one will guard you, and then they're playing 5-on-4. Yeah.
I saw that on Water, you know.
Oh, okay.
So
good job, man.
Good job, man.
谢谢。
好，那今天很开心，就是可以邀请到 Water 跟他姐姐。其实我觉得这很难得的经验，就是这可能是我离 NBA 最近的一刻。
Yeah, so this is probably our closest moment to the NBA.
上一次可能是 Howard 或者是 Cousins 来的时候。
Oh yeah, last time is probably when Dwight Howard and DeMarcus Cousins played in Taiwan.
That's probably a better.
这是最近。
Yeah, so recent.
Wasn't Kawhi Leonard here too? Last time I was here, he was here.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't actually playing.
Oh, he didn't play.
He just did
like for
something.
Oh, okay, I got it. I saw that we were there that week, but I only saw it after. Like I saw the media, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know. That would have been cool to see." But yeah. Okay, so he was just doing appearance.
对，这是我们距离 NBA 最近的一次。
I'll say probably not for me. It's the closest that I could get to like NBA coaching staff. I would say, right? Because players like I was with Dwight Howard when he was here.
Okay.
And like we were playing against DeMarcus Cousins as a team and as a rival, so it's different. So with coaches, yeah, probably the closest. I'll say.
因为我觉得这也是一个很特别，因为我们对这一块确实台湾的资讯真的很少。
Yeah, because in Taiwan we don't have that much information on how the NBA or even the G League coaching staff works.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can obviously see, like watch games and see how the players everything's going.
Yeah.
But like how
don't talk about
behind
it.
the back, like behind the scenes, we don't see it. We don't know.
Coaching staff or
what's that.
marketing, we don't know.
Yeah, what that's like.
Yeah, and they don't talk about it either.
Yeah.
For whatever it's worth, like you see the face in the NBA of the head coach, and they sometimes feature an assistant when they talk about in game.
Yeah.
But I would say it's not common. Like they talk more about the individual player or like a team journey, but they don't talk about too much about like coaches, and sometimes they highlight it. But yeah, I think it's to your point, like I had to spend a lot of time trying to learn, and I still do, like of like learning people's journeys and experiences and stuff. So yeah, it's all over the place for sure. Yeah.
So thank you, Water. Thank you, Shannon.
Oh no, thank you
Thank
for
you
having
guys.
me.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate you guys and
顺
your
利来
time.
说
Yeah, 谢谢。
下礼拜再见了，拜拜。
拜拜。